Hello, welcome to Boring Interesting. It's a place where I try to bore you to sleep with information that may or may not be interesting. But hey, at least I'm not AI. Today's topic, sleep. How weird it is. So weird. Sleep is so weird. We know, scientists know, sleep is vital for survival, but they still can't answer the most basic question. Why do we even do it? Why do we need it? Do we sleep because our bodies and brains need certain processes to happen? Or is it an evolutionary thing like, hey, let's just do stuff at night for efficiency? Even today, there's mysteries about it. We don't understand why dreams exist. We don't know why some people need 5 hours, other people need 12. We sort of know why sleep deprivation is bad, but not the long-term picture. Every night, you voluntarily switch off your body's control panel and trust you'll wake up again. Kind of scary, kind of hilarious. And it's for a third of our lives. You're just lying there unconscious, drooling, twitching, talking, screaming. Just weird. And that's like not even talking about how weird dreams are. What's the fundamental purpose of sleep? Scientists think sleep helps with processing memories, recalibrating emotions, perhaps in general or of that day. There's a part of the brain that actually gets cleaned up. There's some sort of waste in the brain that sleep says, let's get rid of this. Cleanup time. Sleep is also used to regulate hormones. And it's very good for immune support. Which is why they say sleep when you're not feeling good. But scientists still don't know what came first. Are we sleeping because those processes require it? Or did those processes evolve to happen while we were unconscious, so we're not doing absurd stuff like walking into traffic, falling off a cliff, going into a stray stampeding herd of buffalo? But the specific of all of it remains mysterious. Why are we different? Why do we crave it so badly? And why do some people struggle with it? The toxins that get flushed out while we sleep, like taking a pressure washer to them and just car washing them out of the junky part of the neurons. I don't really understand where those toxins come from, but if they're toxins, they gotta get flushed. Because this is a way for the brain to rejuvenate, because it also needs to rejuvenate the rest of the body. So if you're not getting enough sleep, obviously you're not recuperating. They even say that a lack of sleep affects your weight. And a lack of sleep increases hunger hormones and decreases the I'm full signal. So it's not like you don't want food, you want sleep. But the other way around, which is interesting. It also makes me wonder why some people not just sleepwalk, but sleepwalk to the fridge and eat while they're sleeping. Animals have insane sleep habits. Like giraffes take naps, standing, I presume. Just they probably spread their legs out because I don't imagine it feels good to fall from that height. Dolphins sleep with one eye open and half of their brain is still on and half is not. Those weird guys. I don't know what's up. They're like aliens. Otters hold hands so they don't drift apart. And for people who want to get good photos at the aquarium. I want to talk about REM sleep, but we'll get to that later. Because it's part of a 4-part system that needs to be broken down into stages. Did you know that more than 90 million Americans snore? I actually thought it would be a bigger number than that. Did you know the position that you sleep in alters a lot, not just for your sleep, but for your digestion, for your back muscles, for whether or not the passageways of breathing are clear for snoring. Here's something I never knew. If you stay up for more than 17 hours, you have the equivalent reaction time of being legally drunk. A blood alcohol level of 0.05%. I'm sure that gets even worse if it's over 20 hours. There are 4 stages of sleep called a sleep cycle, and they occur in order multiple times during the sleep. The first stage, stage 1, they call it N1, where you're barely asleep. You're kind of falling asleep, and you might get those tweaks, little twitch or jerk, or even a mental like hallucination, where you could have yourself feel like you're falling, or you fell off a cliff and your body jolts awake. Hope I didn't do that to you right now. This is called a hypnic jerk. Hypnic rhymes with picnic. It has other names. For example, the same thing can be called a myoclonic jerk or a hypnagogic jerk. The muscles are involuntarily contracting, and it's quite annoying because it happens as you're finally going from awake to unawake stage of sleep. That next phase is called stage 2, N2. And it's glorious. This is a place in your sleep cycle where you're becoming potato. The potato that you want to be. Your heart rate slows. Your brain waves chill out. Sleep spindles and K complexes appear. And this is the majority of your sleep. You could think of it like a computer loading from like 0 to 100%. This is like that screen where it's just getting kind of ready to go into the next stage. Stage 3, N3. And this stage is called deep sleep. It's a healing phase. It's a stage where your body is repairing tissues, building bones or repairing them, strengthening the immune system, and dealing with hormonal fluctuations. You wake up very confused in this stage if something happens. And you're also probably going to be a bit angry because you were in a very dozy sleep space. It's in this stage where people tend to sleepwalk, somnambulate, they say. You might get night terrors in this phase. Maybe wet the bed if that's something you've done before. After stage 3 is the REM sleep. That's just you in the corner. Your brain is super active in REM sleep. The body's basically paralyzed. You're dreaming about wild nonsense. If somebody looked at you, your eyes would be tweaking out. There's a little bumpy stuff happening there. That phase can be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. It's really working here. Your brain is doing a lot in this phase. People even say like they have lucid dreams, and it's generally in this REM cycle, and they practice those lucid dreams beforehand to get better at them, to be able to control the dreams how they want to, flying around, doing superhero stuff. Some people even visit old memories in lucid dreams to kind of deal with it psychologically, overcome something, or generally overpower something that used to overpower them. It gives them a sense of strength or overcoming. And then that's the brain, but what about the body during this time? There's something people experience called sleep paralysis. It's like you can't move. You're stuck And this can come slowly or quickly, phenomenon. And it can really scare you if this is an REM phase. You can feel like you're actually awake and you can't move. Kind of a terrifying experience. With sleepwalking, people have been known to do wildly coherent things, including driving, cooking, shopping. And they can talk in this type of unconsciousness. Talk, have conversations. It's called somniloquy. Don't want to give away your codes and shit during somniloquy. Your secret passwords. Your vault numbers. 95% of dreams are forgotten. Left in the lost and found. Some people dream in black and white, which is an interesting phenomenon. And your brain sometimes can't even tell if it's a dream or not. What's real and what's not. Some people try to follow what Da Vinci did, which was taking many micro naps throughout the day, like Kramer did on Seinfeld. I think that has a name, but I don't remember it. Let me see if my jogging memory will recall that later. Yes, I know this next fact. Power napping has rules. 20 minutes or less, it'll feel good. 90 minutes or more, you've accomplished a full dream cycle. But anything in between those two numbers, you'll be confused and grumpy. If you've ever lived with a pet, you know that they have no problem sleeping on the dot. You could say, like, they have the thought of sleeping, they go to sleep. Humans are the only mammals who delay sleep on purpose. Strange that. Astronauts also have weird sleep behaviors in zero gravity, and they can feel weird senses. I mean, it makes sense. They have a weird sense of zero gravity sleeping up there and have trouble getting consistent sleep. There's a part of the brain called the reticular formation. And it's a part of the brain that, while the rest of it is going through the processes of sleep, it tends to stay more vigilant. And in doing so, kind of protects you when you're at your most vulnerable. And scientists believe that women have a more active reticular formation when they have young children, because, and not just humans, And this is because they need to be able to hear the baby crying in case they need attention while they're sleeping. And so when the woman is hooked up to all those gadgets, they see that part of the brain is active during sleep when the woman has a young child nearby. Sleep has two systems: sleep drive and the sleep rhythm. And the rhythm mentioned before is the same thing as circadian rhythm, which goes based off of patterns of the day, light, sun, sunset. We also eat like that, circadian hunger. But a sleep drive is also like hunger, in the sense that periodically we get hungry. Later in the day or after a bunch of exercise, you get tired. Throughout the day, cells have essentially excretion, and it builds up something called adenosine. The more adenosine we have coursing through our veins, the sleepier we are. Which makes sense because it's your cells proving their work, proving their fatigue. It would be the equivalent of something like knowing someone worked out a lot because they were sweating a lot. Or if somebody ate a lot, their stomach would be full. Now, if you combine these two systems, the sleep drive and the sleep rhythm, you will sleep well if both of them are fine. Your desire to sleep is strong, your rhythm is regular, you go to sleep at basically the same time, you sleep for the same amount of time. However, if one of these is off, naturally or because of something you did that day or something happening in your life, perhaps you did a marathon. When you get home, you probably want to sleep sooner than you normally would. But this could throw off your rhythm. Your drive is strong, but the rhythm, if you throw it out of whack, yes, you might fall asleep right away, but you could end up waking up 30 minutes later and you can't go back to sleep. You've thrown off the cycle. That's because of the marathon. But if you're getting these inconsistencies on a regular basis without doing something unique, you may have a sleep disorder. Did you know about the 10-3-2-1-0 rule? Rule in quotations. I mean, what is this? Anyway, they say no screens 1 hour before bed, no alcohol or food 3 hours before bed, and no caffeine 10 hours before bed. 10 hours, that seems like a lot. True or false? Drinking alcohol before bed can improve sleep quality. Answer: they say false. Alcohol can make you feel sleepy, but it disrupts deep sleep and can worsen symptoms for those with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea, there's a whole nother topic. The name for the stage of sleep when most dreaming occurs is REM sleep. We covered that. True or false? It's okay to fall asleep too quickly. The answer? False. Falling asleep too quickly can be a sign of sleep deprivation. It's like some people who can sleep instantly on a plane. I always envied that skill. How long does it take to fall asleep on average? The answer: takes about 10 to 20 minutes to fall asleep on average. Well, I hope that's working for you. What is one major benefit of getting enough sleep? Answer: getting enough sleep can help you get sick less often. That's good. Stay at a healthy weight. Lower your risk for diabetes and heart disease. Reduce stress. Improve your mood and help you think more clearly. Okay, kind of obvious. Funny facts about sleep. Giraffes only need 2 hours of sleep a night. Lucky. How many do they need in the day? Bats can sleep for almost 20 hours at a time. That's a lot. Cats spend up to 2/3 of their lives asleep. I can verify that. About 15% of the population sleepwalk, with children being more likely to do so. Wow, that's a lot. A dark, quiet bedroom at a comfortable temperature is ideal for sleep. Gee, you think? What percent of people dream only in black and white? The answer is about 12% of people. Wow. What is the term for finding it hard to get out of bed in the morning? That is called insomnia. And it could have many underlying causes, insomnia, including sleep apnea. Wow, if you had to pick what can kill you faster, sleep deprivation or food deprivation, you might be surprised to know that your body can go a lot longer without food than it can without sleep. I mean, you might not die from something like sleep apnea, but it's just is not good for you with the lack of restorative benefits that you need. What percentage of married couples sleep in separate beds? A study conducted found that 1 in 4 couples sleep in different beds, while 10% actually sleep in different rooms entirely. A lot of that has to do with snoring. Blind people often struggle with sleep because they have no perception of light. Their circadian rhythm is off and it lacks the ability to match up. That's kind of sad. In your dreams, you don't create faces. You only see faces you've seen before. That's kind of amazing. Waking up multiple times during the night is normal. Some studies suggest we wake up as much as 8 times between light, deep, and REM sleep. Some people have what's called somnophobia. Somnophobia is the fear of sleep. That is strange. People dream 4 to 7 times each and every night. If you're in a situation where you're sleeping or somebody is doing something with smells like cooking, your mind will incorporate sounds and smells around you into your dreaming. That makes sense. I've experienced that. The world record for sleep deprivation is held by a guy named Tony Wright. He stayed awake in 2007 for 266 straight hours. Man, that's 11 days. It's in the Guinness Book. However, they rejected the claim. They rejected it. Whales and dolphins never fully fall asleep because half their brains stay awake because they still need to swim to the surface and breathe once in a while.